Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We met you not more than a few months back with a venture of this nature, namely the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between the University of Chinese Sciences, Academy of Chinese Sciences, and the University of Srichavodampura. Thus, it's our pleasure to welcome you to the press conference room of the Ministry of Mass Media and Information for yet another bold venture of the world-class university project of the University of Srichavodampura, namely signing of the second Memorandum of Understanding between the University of Chinese Academy of Sciences and the University of Srichavodampura. A collaboration of one of its kind. We, from the University of Srichavodampura, are deeply indebted for what we receive today. The memorandum is to be signed today provides the university a window of a double doctoral PhD degree program between the University of Chinese Academy of Sciences and the University of Srichavodampura. For the signing of the second memorandum between the University of Chinese Academy of Sciences and the University of Srichavodampura, I warmly welcome the dignitaries from both institutions, Professor Wu Yuliang, the Vice President of the University of Chinese Academy of Sciences, Dr. Nele Karnaratna, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Srichavodampura, and Professor Ranil De Silva, the Director of World Class University Project, the University of Srichavodampura. It is indeed a historic exchange of partnership. Thank you, gentlemen. China has been our long-standing friend, companionship that spans to the very prehistoric, friendship that has aged and strengthened ever since. At a moment of further strengthening that traditional relationship, I cordially invite, representing the University of Chinese Academy of Sciences, its Vice President, Professor Wu Yuliang, to address the gathering.
Okay, good afternoon, distinguished Vice Chancellor and Director, and it's my honor to visit the USJP. So today is a very special day, as you know that the Chinese government, the President Xi Jinping is visiting the Sri Lanka to meet your President. So this afternoon, so there's also the agreement between the Chinese Academy of Science and the Ministry of Higher Education. So our President of Chinese Academy of Science will sign an agreement. So in this occasion, so we are here to sign another agreement between University of Chinese Academy of Science and the USJP. So it's very special. So you may know that the University of Chinese Academy of Science now consists of more than 100 institutes around the whole countries. So we have more than 40,000 graduate students. From this year, we will have the undergraduate students. So we also have several programs for international cooperations, so which include the CAS, Chinese Academy of Science, and to us, the Third World Academy of Science President Fellowship, which we have more than 150 graduate students from the developing countries every year, supported by the Chinese Academy of Science. And so we hope to enhance the international cooperation between UCAS and USJP through that program, and also we have this with this special MOU to enhance these exchange programs for the double degree students for both the master degree and also PhD degrees. So we have actually more than 10,000 supervisors based on more than 100 institutes. We also have more than 300 academicians. So all this, I think, for the universities cover all the fields of science, also include the management business schools. So we hope we will have the cooperations with USJP. Especially, we are also proposing a center for the future cooperations for the education and the research. I think with the state agreement between the Chinese government and the Sri Lanka, so we could promote further incorporations. And so actually this morning, so our delegations, President Bai, together meet the Ministry of Higher Education, Mr. Nayaka, and also Ministry of Environment, and also the chairperson, the University Grant Commission, Mr. Shanika, and also Vice President, and also the General Chairman of the Association of Science and Technology, Sri Lanka, Vice President of National Academy of Science. So we have fruitful discussions of future cooperations. So actually we meet the chairperson is UGC. She mentioned especially for USJP. So she told me that you could play the role to actually connect all the universities in the country and to create some international cooperations and to especially cooperate with the Chinese Academy of Science and the University of Chinese Academy of Science. So we hope in the future we will have bright cooperations, especially through the graduate students. They could apply the bridge to connect the professors between your university and our universities and to enhance the cooperations. So actually in all the fields. So we hope, so today is a special day to change this history of our two universities for cooperations. Thank you.
The Vice Chancellor of the University of Sri Jayewardenepura, Dr. N.L.A. Karunaratne, to address the gathering.
Professor Wu Yu Lian, Vice President, University of Chinese Academy. Professor Juan da Silva, Dean of the Faculty of Medical Sciences. Professor Anil da Silva, Director of the World Class University Project. Distinguished invitees, other academic staff members, and dear media friends. First of all, I would like to pay my humble gratitude for Professor Anil da Silva and his team for organizing this event to sign an MOU between Chinese Academy of Science and the University of Sri Jayewardenepura. Professor Wu, he mentioned the way, the capacity and the activities they are doing in China, the People's Republic of China. The numbers are very big when compared to ours. There is a reason for that. In China, their population is very big when compared to ours. Ours is a limited, very little population when compared to China. professor who actually from our side, from the University of Sri Jawaharlal and University of Sri Jawaharlal, we warmly welcome you, sir. Actually, from the day we established a world-class university project, Chinese academic community is giving all the support they can give. Actually, for all their support, the initiator is Professor Mane. This great event is also organized by Professor Ranil and his team. Professor Wu, as we discussed before we signing the MOU, we have common features between Sri Lanka and China. He mentioned about the Buddhism, and I asked him, how do you think about Sri Lanka and Sri Lanka? What he said was, he was very happy to see beautiful places with love, full of love, and they were welcomed by people of this country. He mentioned the cultural values that we are inherited. At the same time, he mentioned in our country also, it is Buddhist values. We have culture similar to yours. But in their country also, the majority is Buddhist. However, according to our university vision, sir, prosper lives through learning. Earlier, it was prosper lives through learning. Now we have changed prosper lives through education. Prosperity, we mean prosperity in a different way. We want individuals' spiritual prosperity as well as material prosperity. In both of these, we will be able to produce a creative, very productive and very efficient graduate. That is why we will change our vision to prosper lives through education. Through education, we know that we can do a lot of things. We can create prosperity in a nation, in a country, in a region. Therefore, the signing of this MOU definitely will help develop us to achieve our vision. In addition, thanks to Professor Ranil and his team, as well as thanks to the UCAS academic, high-ranking academic community, in the future in our university, we will be able to establish novel degree programs. Our Dean, Faculty of Management Studies and Commerce, Dr. Anwar, is also coming. You are welcome, Dr. Anwar. With all this, what we are going to do is, we want to create a lot of opportunities for Sri Lanka, young, especially students, those who are entering into the university system, create an environment under which they enable them to achieve their goals and aspirations. Finally, helping them to create a develop Sri Lanka. That is why, Professor, we are trying our best to expand our relationships with foreign countries. Before we were signing, actually I have a lot of experience traveling abroad. Wherever I go, I found all the markets are full with Chinese products made in China. Yesterday morning, I came from Japan. Even in Japan, because I thought, because last year we saw that there are certain political turmoils between China and Japan. But then I thought that in Japan, Chinese products are not available there. You know that they are available not that much. But when I go there, I saw all the markets are full with Chinese products made in China. Professor, it is not only in Japan, but if you go to Sri Lanka, it shows you will be able to experience that. With that, I think that if we really want to develop this country, we need to develop our production, like industry, especially at present, we need to develop high-tech industries. Because high-tech products are expensive, thereby we will be able to increase our profits, enabling us to increase our income. Professor, you mentioned big numbers. Sir, we don't have big numbers. In our university, actually our university is the largest university in terms of the student population. Undergraduate programs, we have around 12,000 students. External, more than 150,000. Postgraduate, around 5,000 students. Our academic community, academic staff members, around 600, and non-academic, around 900. With these little numbers, we are going to get assistance, and we are going to collaborate with the great numbers. I hope that our Professor Anil and his team and our academics, they are very capable of maintaining very good relationship, and at the same time to increase our relationship as well as increase our quality of the education with these activities. For the first time, I know that according to this MOU, for the first time we are introducing this country a double degree program, MSc, MA, master's program as well as PhD program. If a student joins into one of these programs, he or she will be able to get a degree from China as well as from Sri Lanka. Therefore, future students, they are able to obtain 2 degrees. That is a great advantage due to this MOU. On the other hand, as our professor mentioned, we have proposed education and research facilities, establishing a center. It is called UCAS, Center for Education and Research in Sri Lanka. Already we have allocated very good facilities with spacious building in our university, and already there are a lot of high-end scientific equipment installed. Thereby our students and the staff will be able to complete their high degree programs already in that center. I think I mentioned all what I need to mention. At the same time, it is my paramount duty to welcome you all from the University of Sri Lanka side. I welcome first Professor Wu. At the same time, today is very historic. It is very historical for us because the world largest country in terms of the population and its leader, His Excellency, the President, also arrived today and is with a great team. And what they are going to do is they are going to help in various ways for our development activity. Therefore, this is a very historic. Today is a historic day for us. Therefore, you as well as the Chinese delegation, We warmly welcome, sir. Then Deans, Professor Wan and Dr. Anurag, you are welcome. And our director, Professor Ranil, and his team, they are welcome. And other lecturers, you all are welcome. And then always media people are helping us. You are also warmly welcome for your kind assistance and your cooperation and your arrival. And your arrival is a great strength for us. Finally, I would like to pay my humble gratitude to Professor Mani and his team for doing all these activities and to your team. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, and let me first and foremost thank Professor Wu Yuli and my Vice Chancellor. And I just want to tell a few things. All this started in September 23rd, and you could see that is 2013 when I met Professor Wu on that screen there. And that's when I was in Beijing meeting Professor Wu. And since then, within such a short period of 1 year, we have moved into unprecedented speed. We have signed the first MOU for PhDs. Professor Bai, the president of UCAS, visited us, met His Excellency the President. And today we are signing a historic second MOU. And then the Honorable Minister of Higher Education and Professor Bai, the President, is signing another national. So actually, you could see we have moved very, very fast, and I must tell all this happened when Professor Wu invited me in September 23rd, 2013 to his office, and we had this chat. And today I am very happy that this MOU will be signed with my Vice Chancellor and Professor Wu. Then of course, if we were to go so fast, if we had, a person behind us, and that was our Vice Chancellor. Absolutely great personality, absolutely strength, no blocks, and he made things work. If not for him, the second MOU would have been just a dream. So I thank both of them, Professor Wu for starting this great event, and Professor, my Vice Chancellor, Dr. Karunaratnam, to getting what it is today. From there onwards, we went into to start the National Center for proposed UCAS Center with the USJP. Immediately, Vice Chancellor gave his lodge to be utilized there. And World Class University has purchased equipment worth of $1 million US. And to make it better use, we thought that's the best way to do it. And then when we discussed with the UCAS officials, they were ready to come up with this joint UCAS USJP Center. And that's opening another huge area on industry. And today, the industry has said they are waiting for this opportunity to pop up, and where the industry will come in. And for the first time, the Chamber of Commerce has agreed that they will link to USJP, and this website will be directly linked to Beijing, China main Chamber of Commerce. So we are going in a huge way. So I thank for this main activity. Coming from behind me was my Vice Chancellor, and of course from the other side, the UCAS has been absolutely great in working on this. So you could see within 1 year how far we have gone. And if we go in this way and bring the industry in, that's where we could really make USJP onto the top. So let me thank once again my Vice Chancellor, sir, for your bold decisions and your absolute encouraging personality. And Professor Wu for starting all this once again, and then all the UCAS members who really gave me. And going up into the world ranking by 3,000 odd within a short period of 1 year was a magnificent result of people who really work in the world class team, and that's Darshi, Kesini, and all these people, Radhika, Nalika, Lakmal, all they really played. They are my PhD students, but still they have played a vital role. So thank you very much for everybody, and thank you. Who have finished their whatever degrees, anything, any degree, they should possess a bachelor's degree.
What are the benefits of this MOU?
Because actually what main idea here is to bring the industry. That is the biggest thing. If you see the industry and the science, academia, that's two different things. And if you look in China, academia and US is, academia and the universities are together. If you go to Shanghai and see all the pharmaceuticals, the top US companies are in Shanghai with the universities. But we are, there's no communication with the industry and the university. So with this, we are trying to bring in the industry into this center where the MScs and PhD will be more applied and they will be doing towards industry and getting a value addition in Sri Lanka and especially in China. And already that is underway, and some of the students are already working on that, and some of the supervisors have been selected and they have accepted our students already. So it's a big push for Sri Lankan industry, bringing in science and technology and value addition.
Great ideas and the vision to integrate education, research, and industry. So actually now the UCAS, our universities have established the Xeno-Chinese College. The UCAS cooperated with 8 universities in Denmark. So that with the center we call the Xeno-Chinese Center for Education, Research, Industry. So that started 2 years ago. We already started the programs for double degrees. So we have students, about 100 students from Denmark and 100 students from our universities. They will have the English courses for 1.5 years and a half year for practice. So they receive the double degrees. So this year we already gave the double degrees to the Xeno-Chinese students. So I think that's really the frontiers of the vision to integrate research, education, and industry. So you already did it. So thank you for you, sir.
Government is actually already government is doing a lot of activities to help develop private sector, the relationship between private sector companies, private sector business organizations, and the academy. Suppose if you are a private sector business person, you want to develop a product. In order to do that, you need to do research. But in your institute, in your factory or in your organization, you don't have that facility. But if you provide money for the, suppose, University of Sri Jawaharlandapura, then we are going to do research on behalf of your organization for your aspiration, fulfilling your aspiration. Government, what government does is, government gives you tax concession for the money you spend for our research activities. That facility is also available. Therefore, for our activities, government is also helping.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We and the World Class University project have been very busy. The university weighs a ton, and we have strived to lift it up. Proof comes the World University ranking, for we were in the 5,969th place in June 2013, and now we have risen past 2,870 competing universities to the 3,091st place. In the island, we used to be the 6th. Within a span of 1 year, we have reached the 4th place. In the backdrop, let me conclude the event with many special thanks. First and foremost, let me thank the Vice Chancellor of the University of Sri Jayawardhanapura, Dr. Nile Karnaratna, the mighty motivation behind all this. For he sees further than most, and for the bold, free hand he has always used in matters of the world-class university project. Thank you very much, sir. May not be portrayed enough for the true role he plays, the director of the world-class university project, Professor Anil De Silva and his team, needs to be remembered specially. The university students in Sri Lanka as a whole are eternally indebted for his efforts at uplifting this university. Thank you, sir. Then, let me thank all the stakeholders for the MOUs that were signed. Professor Wu Yunian, Executive President of the University of Chinese Academy of Sciences. Thank you, sir, for signing this memorandum on behalf of UCAS. It all started through your discussion on the 23rd of September 2013 at Beijing with Professor Anil De Silva, and that's how today has been possible. I also take this opportunity to thank Professor Bai Shun Li, President of the 3rd World Academy of Sciences and President of UCAS. He visited the university on the 1st of April 2014 to further discuss and develop this incentive. As I mentioned earlier, 2 MOUs have been signed, one on the 23rd of January and the second this very day, providing students of the university an opening towards a UCAS postgraduate scholarship, programs to pursue PhD degrees in UCAS, and all its affiliated institutions. I thank all the delegates present here today. We successfully conducted workshops on research and grants with 31 international delegates, including distinguished academic professors from China, Australia, India, Netherlands and Singapore, sharing knowledge on a University of Sri Jayawardhanapura platform. I proudly remember it with many thanks to all who contributed. The academic involvement of Professor Shigang He, Secretary General, Member of the Executive Council, Chinese Neuroscience Society, distinguished Professor, Shanghai Jiao Tong University, initiated the successful visit of an eminent team of 10 academic professors and academic staff. Through this, we were able to successfully discuss the implementation of academic programs to strengthen public-private partnerships, as the professor has already mentioned. I would also like to thank Professor Shigang He for donating equipment for the research purposes at the Genetic and Diagnostic Research Laboratory of our university. Let me also thank our supporting body from the Ministry of Mass Media and Information, Honorable Minister of Mass Media and Information, Dr. K.V. Ramakwala, Director General of Information, Professor Ariratna Dugala, Brigadier Jayawardhana, Private Secretary to the Ministry of Mass Media and Information, and Suraji and Darshana from the Ministry of Mass Media and Information. Let me make this moment to say a very precious thank you to Darshi, Keshini and Nadika of the World Class University Project. Thanks to the postgraduate students and the World Class team too, who sit here visibly tired and finally happy being able to rest their legs for the day. Nalaka, Lakmal, Roshni, Vindika, Vahisan, Prageet, Vajira, Janaka, Naomi and Reshani. Thanks to all the ladies and gentlemen of the media who made the Japura initiative part of their schedule today. And special thanks to all who were part of this effort, but I may have forgotten to mention with names. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a pleasant evening.